Welcome to the FSF Popcast 5 at 5. I'm your host, Nick, and today's topic is my top 5 crime shows. I chose these because I am able to watch them again and again. These shows all have great synergy with the cast, with creative themes, and I really love how they use their special quirks to solve the various crimes. Starting at number 5, The Mentalist. It's not as comedic as some of the others, but this series follows Patrick Jane, an independent consultant for the California Bureau of Investigation, CBI, based in Sacramento, California. Although not an officer of the law, he uses his skills from his former career as a successful, yet admittedly fraudulent, psychic medium to help a team of CBI agents solve murders. The real reason for Jane's involvement with law enforcement is to track down the serial killer known as Red John, who is responsible for the brutal murders of his wife and his daughter. Jane subsequently abandoned his career and teamed with the CBI, using his skills to help them solve various crimes. His main focus is on the cases involving Red John, or Red John copycats. He admits to faking the supernatural aspects of his skills, often asserting that there's no such thing as psychics. Yet, he has finally honed skills in code reading, hypnosis, and pickpocketing, as well as his intuitive observations and the immense insight into the human psyche and their behaviors. This show is also great because it is one of the favorite shows of the characters in my number 1 pick. How do you like that? Number 4, Bones. Dr. Temperance Brennan, a forensic anthropologist who works at the Jeffersonian Institute, say that 10 times fast, also writes books and has impressive ability to read clues from victims' bones. Consequently, law enforcement calls her to assist with investigations when the remains are so badly decomposed, burned, or destroyed that standard identification methods are useless. Brennan often finds herself teamed with Special Agent Seeley Booth, a former Army sniper who mistrusts science and scientists when it comes to solving crimes, but he has developed a respect for Brennan, both professionally and personally. Number 3, Monk. The series follows Adrian Monk, a brilliant former San Francisco detective who now consults the police as a private consultant, as do they all. Filled with a laundry list of obsessive-compulsive disorders and phobias caused from the unsolved murder of his wife, solving disheveled and messy crime scenes, trying to survive each day and its trials as cleanly and as neatly as possible. Filled with laughs, gaffes, and tears, Monk is an original, award-winning detective show that the world hasn't seen in a long time. Yeah, it's been like 10, 15 years actually, so watch it again. Number 2 is Castle. Richard Castle, played by Nathan Fillion, is a famous mystery novelist. Bored and suffering from writer's block, he kills off his main character. He is brought in by the New York Police Department for questioning regarding a copycat murder, based on one of his novels, where he meets and becomes intrigued by Kate Beckett, the detective assigned to the case. Castle is inspired to take Beckett as his muse for Nikki Heat, the main character of his next book series, and uses his friendship with the mayor to force the police to let him shadow Beckett. Castle's exuberant man-child personality clashes with Beckett's more reserved and professional demeanor. Their cases often deal with murders occurring with various unusual subcultures, including reality TV shows, vampire enthusiasts, a science fiction convention, and a man who claims to be a time traveler. I also like this one for the small Firefly references sprinkled occasionally throughout, and the geeky fun manner of Nathan Fillion's character. Number 1. If you haven't guessed on which direction I'm going, then you probably need to watch more TV, maybe? But number 1 is Psych. Sean, who originally becomes known as a psychic after calling in tips on dozens of crimes covered in on the news, which helped the police close the case, the police become suspicious of his knowledge. The police theorize that such knowledge could only come from the inside, and they decide to arrest him as a suspect. To avoid being sent to jail, Sean has used his observational skills to convince the police that he is a psychic. unlike the Mentalist, who was a psychic. The interim police chief warned Sean that if his powers are fake, he will be prosecuted, with no choice but to keep up the act, and having proven himself an effective aid to the police in solving crimes, he establishes the Psychic Detective Agency, Psych, and becomes an outside consultant to the police, pretending to have psychic powers, allowing him to engage in strange and comic behavior as he turns real clues into hunches and otherworldly visitations. Along with his lifelong friend Burton Guster, or Gus, a pharmaceutical sales representative, as they drive around in a blue Toyota Echo named the Blueberry, solving crimes. I also like this show because it is a lot of fun, and this is probably the most watched show that I have rewatched. It is one of those shows where I can continue to watch over and over. So that is it for my top 5 crime shows. What are your top 5 crime shows? Leave a comment below and let us know. That may have rhymed. All right, that'll do for this week's episode of 5 at 5.